All right, welcome into the Daily Fix, the final Daily Fix before the Super Bowl. The final one.
Woo!
Next time you will see us on the Daily Fix will be determined if the Chiefs or the Eagles are champions, and we are here. And we appreciate everybody, however you're taking us in as usual. Again, this is the Daily Fix, 12 Central Standard Time, every Monday through Friday. I am Ron Hughley. Right there in that little bitty box where he rightfully belongs is young Steve Serta. Say hello to the people, Stephen.
Hi.
Hello, Steve's in the building. All right, again, if you have not done so, please head to our YouTube channel, Foolish Club Media, like and subscribe. If you haven't done so, do it. Go tell some friends, whatever. And I'm telling you, if you missed it, you can catch Show and BK. That comes out every Friday. You can get all of our content. Brian's World earlier this week, Veach season, Chiefs concern. And again, we're doing a uh, big pregame show, trying to get everybody on here. All of your favorite Foolish Club Media hosts will join for a big pregame show for the Super Bowl coming up on Sunday. So make sure you watch out for that. And of course, the best post-game show in the land, Steven Serta and Rocky. You can check them out afterwards. All of that and all of the things we're going to be doing moving forward, like and subscribe to Foolish Club Media. And remember, if you don't do so, you're preventing my 3 children from eating. All right, not gonna hold you too long here. Hey, Josh Allen wins the MVP. A lot of people don't agree. We'll discuss where we are on that, and then there's gonna be a little interesting situation potentially happening in the game on Sunday in the booth. We'll discuss that. But let's start here, Steve. And the Chiefs aren't looking ahead of this. And I know others within the organization are, but guess what we get to? And where I want to start is what happens if what Chiefs Kingdom hopes happens. If the Chiefs are able to finish this off, if the Chiefs are able to get to a point where if they win this game, Steve, they would finish 18-2, but really 18-1 in the games they've tried to win. And since Christmas last year, they will have only lost one game that they attempted to win. They will have only lost one game. If they finish off that stretch, when you just say it out loud, it's nuts. A team that has gone and played, what is this, almost 30 games since last Christmas, and they've only lost 2 of them, and one of them, literally, they did not try. They literally didn't try. No one you could think of that is connected with the Kansas City Chiefs even really played in that game. No, nobody. So they will have gone in that stretch of 30, maybe 30 plus games and have not lost but once. And then win back to back Super Bowls. And my wonder is this team going to get, if this happens, are they going to get the title and the credit of what that run says? And that run sort of says best all-time team. I was arguing yesterday, not going to drop names or do a look at me, Louie, but I was arguing yesterday with Emmitt Smith as he was telling me that those Cowboys teams would crush the Chiefs. Okay. But I just like if they finish this off and they have gone through the Ravens on the road last year. They've gone through Buffalo on the road last year. They beat Josh Allen, the MVP. They've beaten the MVPs the last 2 years in the AFC Championship game, and then gone and beat Super Bowl teams that everyone has agreed, including this guy in this show, that the team they're playing has more talent than them, like the Niners did last year, like the Eagles do this year. They should be regarded as the best team we've ever seen. But Serta, I doubt that is what the talk will be for many, because older games are close. They don't dominate people. They don't blow out people. No, They just win all the games. And I'll be intrigued to see what the discussion is afterwards if they're able to finish this off.
I mean, I think the conversation about all-time greatness will be from like real people, like like not people who are just trying to get interaction and generate views and clicks, because even though it's not always pretty, like it's inarguable at this point that this Chiefs team has a formula to win, despite circumstances, despite talent, despite matchup, whatever. The coaching, the execution, and Patrick Mahomes' ability to make the plays when he absolutely has to. Like, they're doing it right now better than any team ever has, and that's why they are on the doorstep of history right now, and they deserve the recognition for that, even though, like, I know people would rather see just like dominance and, 40-point blowouts and whatever. That's not how they operate. We've already seen that era of the Chiefs. This is a new era of the Chiefs, and they're on the greatest run in NFL history right now.
They are. And I just, because, and it's not just a hate thing, there is a legit thought that they're just not that good. Like, not that good. When I say like all time, they're not that good because of the games and the way they play. But that's when you say out loud what they have done. It would be 3 in a row. They've lost 1 game since Christmas of 2023. Like, it's insane, man. Insane. This defense is giving up 30 points twice since the last Super Bowl. They played against the Eagles in 2022. They've given up 30 points 1 time. It's insane. It's insane. All right. Another thing in this game that is something to watch for is not only are the Chiefs kind of knocking on the door of this run, where knocking on the door of the Patriot dynasty, I think Patrick Mahomes with a win, and let's say he gets a win, and let's say he gets a win and does what he has done in the previous other 3 Super Bowls that they have won, and that is he is also Super Bowl MVP. And let's say that means at the ripe age of 29 that Mahomes has been to the AFC Championship game every single year that he's been a starter, which is 7. He has now been to 5 Super Bowls, and he would have won 4 of them. And he would be a 4-time Super Bowl MVP and a 2-time MVP before 30. This, to me, would start to push the levels of when people just started to say, you know what, Jordan doesn't have more championships than Magic or Kareem or Bill Russell, but he's the best. And Tom Brady would have to be on the call, sir. And that will be an interesting thing because Tom Brady is a psychopath when it comes to competitiveness. He's in that Kobe, that Magic, that Jordan, that Tiger psychoticness, to where, like, I think he's pulling against Mahomes.
I think he would suit up in the second half for the Eagles if it meant keeping Mahomes from winning 3 in a row.
I think he consider suiting up for the Raiders next year. I think he'd literally consider it, suiting up for the Raiders next year and trying to stop this. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if there was somewhere in there, slid in there in some way of, well, I beat him in the AFC Championship game and the Super Bowl. And if there's some reminder from Tom that, Pat's lost 3 playoff games. He's never beat me in the playoffs. There's something there. I'm just to kind of put that there to run with it, because I think that's a tough call. I know for damn sure Tom ain't going out there and say that guy's now the best of all time. He ain't saying that.
Well, he's for sure not going to say that. But also, he will for sure bring up that he is the guy that has beaten Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs.
I don't know if he will. There's going to be a graphic that starts to support him.
He's for sure going to mention that, but it's kind of similar to like Eli always taking shots at Brady for beating him in 2 Super Bowls. Like, like Brady is going to bring it up and make it like a tongue-in-cheek like thing, but in his mind he's going to be like he never beat me. He never beat me when it mattered, and that's why I'm still the greatest of all time.
I don't think he's going to just outwardly just get after it like that, but I think there's going to be a graphic or some sort of subtle reminder of I remember playing him in the Super Bowl, and there's going to be a highlight something. Tom ain't going down without a fight on this thing. All right, finally, the NFL honors last night. The MVP was handed out, and this was a tight one. Like, I think people thought it was up in the air most of the way, and then when Lamar was voted first team All-Pro, which the same voters vote for that vote for the MVP, I think many people kind of assumed that Lamar would win his third MVP. Well, Josh Allen wins the MVP, and I personally agree with it. I don't think Lamar got screwed. Now, listen, this is the best statistical year that Lamar has had, and actually, when you line up their statistics, I think Lamar was better. His statistics were better, but Josh, and I know it's weird because they pummeled the Bills when they played in week like 3 or 2 or 4 head to head. But for me, the reason why I give the edge to Josh is it is most valuable player. And I think if we look at the 3 top candidates, which is Josh, and it ended up this way, Josh, Lamar, and Barkley, I thought for sure the other 2 had a specific thing that really helped them to be able to put up the numbers they did and to do the things that they did. And that is that awesome offensive line that the Eagles have, the run threat of Hurts, but really that offensive line like he's never played for. And then Derrick Henry was the second best back in the league and would have been the best if Saquon didn't go nuts. So they both had things that took them away from things. And Josh, to me, had a decent above average offensive line, injuries throughout. Even the Amari Cooper thing never really panned out. He didn't have any other great things around him. He only had one other Pro Bowler in Deion Dawkins. And with that, the Ravens lost 5 games with those two together. They finished above them. They had a really good record. If it weren't for the Chiefs, they would have probably been the 1 seed. So for me, I don't think Lamar got screwed out of this. I think it's very fair that Josh Allen won it.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with Josh Allen winning it, and I think it was pretty clear when he had that monster game, I think late in the regular season where he had like 5 or 6 touchdowns or whatever. It was like he's going to win MVP. Like, I think it was decided then that he was going to win MVP. And as fair or unfair as it is, like, the voter fatigue thing happens. Like, that's not the first time that we've seen it happen. And Lamar's season was incredible this year. But yeah, like, I think without Josh Allen on the Buffalo Bills, I don't think they're a playoff team, let alone a team that made it to the AFC Championship game. And I think that highlights how special Josh Allen was this season.
Yeah, no, it was. He was special, and this is like what I think this is the first award he really has, right?
Yeah,
like because he's been. I think he's been the second best quarterback, but Lamar's had 2 MVPs. Joe has been to the Super Bowl and won the AFC. This is the first kind of thing that Josh has outside of like all pros and Pro Bowls. But Josh, well deserved. Hopefully the Chiefs get it done. We'll see you Sunday for the pregame show. Hi, Mom. Hey, Courtney.